Hey folks, how you doing? Uh, Tonight is just a great night. Um, and I hope it is for you too. This morning, or this afternoon, I went over to my friend Tina's house, and we had a cup of coffee, and we just talked and so forth. We were just being our dorky selves and doing what we enjoy most, drinking coffee and talking and stuff like that. And we had a good time, although when I left there, I was feeling extremely drained. And when I got home, I was talking to Tina over uh, text message or whatever, and we were just joking around and so forth. And I asked her, "Do you love me?" And she said, "Sure." I said, "Well, why? Who allows this?" Or something like that. Um, and I was just kidding, just giving her a hard time. But she turned around and said the nicest, most encouraging things um, ever to me. Because often when I make these videos or when I talk to people, share my faith, um, share that I care, I don't always know that people are understanding me or realize what I'm trying to do. Um, and my friend Tina said, "Todd, I love that you love people, and I love that you love to share your faith." And those two things just made me realize that someone really got it, you know? Someone really understands what I'm about, and that I truly do love people, and that I love sharing my faith with people, not to so much to convert people or to make other people feel bad or whatever. Mainly because I get so much pleasure and so much hope and so much peace and so many positive things from my faith that I would like to share that with the world, you know. Um, I guess that's what these videos are really about, the light of Christ. To me, it's about representing um, what it's like being a Christian, sharing your faith, um, loving on people, um, doing everything a Christian should be doing, um, and representing the light of Christ to to the world. That's what I try to show in these videos, and um, so Tina, thank you for all your encouragement today. Today I had a great Bible study. I'm actually doing a book. I'm in a book club with my church. It's reading through the New Testament in 2 months. And it's not set up like in verses or whatever. It doesn't repeat itself at all. Um, it's in a book and it just reads straight through, like no chapters, no nothing, you know. Um, and it's really a good book. It's the NIV version, so I'm reading an NIV Bible right now, and I like it a lot. Um, so I'm reading that, and I'm also doing a 1 year go through the whole Bible read. So each day, three 365 days a year, I'm reading, and uh, well, each day I read about two or three books. In two or three different books, I read um, some chapters, some just verses, and I guess throughout the year it's all broken up, but I'll all combined all the books of the Bible, and I've read all the way through it. Um, but my wife really inspired me to really write down the stuff I was reading and stuff like that, and so I started a little book of of my studies tonight, and throughout the rest of my time, I plan on writing down my studies, because it wasn't so much that I didn't learn stuff before, but it was such a great feeling to look back at the book after writing down everything that I've learned that day, and answering the questions and so forth, and just really look at it and say, wow, look at all this stuff that I really picked up, that I really learned. And I thought, I probably learned more stuff today than I wrote down, but if I just learned, all the stuff that I wrote down, and I study each and every day, imagine how much stuff I'll know by the end of the year. And I do a value list each day, and you know, some days I feel really accomplished. Some days I don't. Some days I feel like a complete failure. Today was a day I felt very accomplished. It was a day I'm giving the Lord all the glory, for speaking to me, for having my friends give me words of encouragement, for my wife inspiring me, um, to be a better person, uh, to to keep on going with my mission in life, to strive for to be better in Christ. And that's really what this whole video series is about. I hope, usually I speak to some non Christians, and I talk about my faith to them. But today's talking to us Christians, really talking about things that have worked for me. Maybe they'll work for you. Um, anyways, I hope you guys have a good night. I hope somebody encourages you. I hope God sends that person. I pray that God brings these people in your life that sharpens you like iron sharpens iron. Um, I pray that you become each day more of a mighty warrior for Christ, and carry his torch, shed his shed his light onto the world through your eyes. Um, I pray that you bless somebody, be a blessing. Um, Show the love that Christ has shown to you, to everybody you come across. You know, one of my friends just got back from a missions trip, and we were talking, and he was sharing his story, and I said, you know, it was a good thing that he recognized that there is a real need for mission work here in the U.S., and I'm not saying everyone in this who is a Christian is completely meant for missions work, but at the same time, you know, whatever work you're called for, you don't necessarily have to go overseas to do this work to be considered missions work or to be considered important or anything like that. There's work you can do in your best friend's life, your neighbor's life. Um, there's work to do all over the place in businesses, in schools. There's a lot of work that needs to be done here in the U.S. And all over the place, wherever you're from. That all you have to do is be ready and willing and be in prayer about it. Really search out Christ and display Christ to the world. That's what missions people do a lot of the time. And, you know, I'm happy for my friend they had the experience they did. It really got me thinking about not so much going to a different country, but what I can really do around here. And I think I really have found some of my missions in life, at least for right now. I hope you do too. God bless, and remember, who loves you? I love you. Bye.